What's going on, YouTube? All right, so I know everybody in the prepping community wants to prep for everything. I don't. You guys, you'll see in the channel, we don't obviously have hurricanes. We're not really crazy bad weather, but the main thing that I'm prepping for is the loss of power. And by the channel, by the shorts, you guys probably have seen that, it's more generator and more supplemental power oriented. So let's go over the plan for the house and what I'm planning on doing and what we're actually working on right now about prepping for loss of power. It's no secret. We do have some roof line here. Basically, with the house, like it was snow in Michigan, snowfall, storms, stuff like that. We'll lose power every once in a while. We don't lose power too much here because it's all underground, but that's what we prep for. And of course, loss of food. COVID took everybody by surprise too. But the main thing is going to affect our family and my family is the loss of power. And I'm going to have multiple ways of generating power besides the grid. We obviously are grid tied here in this little subdivision, but the main reason, we've got plenty of roof space up there. We're going to have solar panels up there as well. That's going to be grid tied, but also at the same time, it's not going to be one of those, I think there's SunProw, whatever the leasing, so if the grid goes down, the solar panels, it turns in, no. We're going to actually have our own battery backup, 48 volt, media rack server in the basement. And we are actually, this tree's going to go away. We're going to have some more solar panels up there. So usually about 16 kilowatts or so. So we'll hopefully hopefully be able to generate 11 or so out of those 16 kilowatt panels, because obviously efficiency and all that kind of stuff too. So that's going to be probably a year or two down. We need a new roof here probably next year. So after the new roof goes on, we'll be putting those solar panels up there. I'll be doing it myself, and we'll be walking through the entire project too on this channel. So make sure you subscribe for that, because that's happening now. In the more immediate future, power-wise, let's go in the backyard and we will show you what we're going to do. All right, backyard, you guys can see we do have a 26 kilowatt standby generator. This is the Generac. You guys can see 26 kilowatt. Now, it's going to be on natural gas, and I think it brings it down to like 22 kilowatts, which is plenty for the house. That's obviously full load, so we're not going to be quite there, but we're going to be able to run the entire house, no problem. So I got everything here. We got the pad. We're going to be putting some more stuff in there. We'll be walking through this installation as well on the channel. We got to upgrade our gas line. Now, also, as you guys can see right here, I got some work to do over here, but I got a couple 100-pound propane tanks. That's 23.8 gallons each. 100 pounds equals 23, 24 gallons, give or take. But we've got to upgrade the natural gas valve, the pumpkin there as well. There's actually going to be a hookup, besides going inside the house, of course. It's going to be a hookup, so if we lose natural gas in the house, we are going to be able to hook up my propane tanks or any other propane tank. And obviously, if we have no natural gas, I don't need to worry about the furnace. Shut it off, and then we can power the generator still with propane. That's going to be the secondary backup, because yes, I mean, if SHT, if crap hits the fan, the pumps for natural gas are going to eventually wear out and not give me the supplied power that I need for the generator itself. So that's why I'm going to probably buy another 2 or 3 of those, or even depending on the situation, I might even bury a bigger tank down here somewhere, providing the HOA and everything allow me to do that, because we are on a small, albeit pretty liberal HOA, it's still an HOA nonetheless, which that's the downside of this property for 150%. So generator is going to be the more immediate future. That's going to be here in the next month or so. We'll have this all taken care of, and we'll be up and running. That's going to be the main backup power source. And of course, I'm going to have the auto transfer switch, and of course I can turn it off if I don't need to, especially with the solar panels once they're on the house. I can turn off, if we do lose grid power, I can turn off the generator, just run off the solar as we need it. But I am addicted to air conditioning. I do like being comfortable, because there's only 2 things that I'm addicted to, is sugar and air conditioning. I highly recommend it. Those are the only things that I really like and enjoy in life, that's for sure. It's nice being comfortable and nice and cool in the basement. All right, and third backup for power, we do have a couple gas-powered generators. One Duramax 16 kilowatt. I'll throw some pictures in here. And then of course we have the Predator, smaller one as well. That's one we use for tailgating. And of course, we're going to have the tool trailer with its own generator if I needed that as well. We'll be installing a 50 amp circuit. That way I can if I need to, if we have an extended amount of grid downtime, something happens, whatever it happens, I'll be able to set up my trailer basically right behind my wife's car right here, connect to the 50 amp circuit. Boom, we have 50 amps, 9,000 watts. And then we can also, if we need to, supplement it with other things as well. Because at that point, if we don't have any natural gas, no propane, Oh man, so we won't have any heat in the house, so we have to be heating the house with electric, which is watt consuming, lots of watts. Let's just put it that way, lots and lots of watts for that kind of stuff. So, and of course we'd section off the pieces of the house where we don't need heat and whatnot. But that's worst case scenario, you guys. So going forward, we got some work to do. We've got a lot of work to do, but that's what my plans. That's the main prep for my house, because that's the main, I guess, the main issue, the storm damage, all that kind of stuff. That's what's really going to go on in my area. You don't need to worry about hurricanes. Realistically, it doesn't get crazy cold here in Michigan, which is nice, but it does get really, really warm and humid here. So we want to keep things cool. And food storage. We got the freezer right there, and we got another freezer. We have 2 fridges and that freezer with 2 other additional smaller freezers. So we have enough food storage for that, but going to be addicted to power. So we want to make sure we have multiple ways of getting that power to where we need it. Like and subscribe, you guys. We'll see you in the next video.